Ceremony is Jimmy Fallon.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Fallon. Welcome aboard the world-famous studio tour.
Jimmy Fallon.
I know what you're thinking. Why the tux? Well, we're celebrating our 60th anniversary. That's right, 60 years of glitz, glamour, and our own great white shark. As we celebrate our diamond anniversary today, we'll pay tribute to Universal's past and take you behind the scenes to discover why this studio tour is world famous. So whether this is your first visit or your 60th, get ready for fun, excitement, and an experience like no other.
That's right, folks. We are celebrating the 60th anniversary of the studio tour. It's kind of a big deal. But you know, the studio itself is over 100 years old. We're the oldest studio in Hollywood. And it all started March 15th, 1915. That's when our founder, invited the public onto the lot. Watch silent movies being made. The guests, they could walk from set to set, marvel at the new technology involved in filmmaking. But with the invention of sound and the need for quiet on set, the original walking tour ended. In the 1960s, under the leadership of company chairman Lou Wasserman, executives Al Dorskin and Jay Stein, the idea of reviving a tour of the studio returned. When the Gray Line bus tours originating in Hollywood made a stop right here at our gates. On July 15th, 1964, the first of our red and white candy-striped glamour trams took 67 passengers on a 2-hour driving tour of the Universal lot, and the world-famous studio tour was born. We started out with 2 drivers, 2 guides, and 1 ticket seller working out of a trailer on Lankershim Boulevard. And from there, the studio tour expanded to include fantastic one-of-a-kind Hollywood elements like the Burning House and the Rock Slide, which were in this area of the lot in the 70s and 80s. Well, today we are riding on the newest version of the tour vehicle, the electric tram. That's why it's so quiet.
For an awesome experience that's also awesome.
It is awesome. Thank you, Al Roker.
Thank you, Al
All right,
Roker.
folks, it is official. We're driving onto the front lot of our studio now. Now, this is where we have most of our sound stages. Now, the sound stages is where they film some of the interior scenes to some of your favorite TV shows, movies. We have 36 of them. And the first one you're seeing to your left, check it out, stage 12. That is our biggest and oldest sound stage. It is the birthplace of the monster movie. Or classic monster movies like Frankenstein or Dracula film. Also housed Scarface's mansion in Scarface with Al Pacino. The clock tower in Back to the Future, as well as the visitor center in Jurassic Park.
There it is, the Grinch.
Now we are passing by some more active sound stages to your left. Stages 9, 10, and 11. It's where they've been shooting season 2 of Ted, Peacock original series that is the prequel to the Ted movies. You might remember with Mark Wahlberg, Seth MacFarlane as the voice of Ted. Well, you can stream season 1 of Ted on Peacock. Another Peacock original series that shoots here on our lot is a show called Bel Air. They shoot inside stages 7 and 8 over here to your left. Bel Air is a dramatic reimagining of the classic 90s sitcom Fresh Prince of Bel Air. You can stream all 3 seasons of that show on Peacock now. The show stars Jabari Banks and Ali Sholatar play Will and Carlton.
Leaving the theme park behind and entering the front lot where real Hollywood magic is made. How? Well, inside the sound stages that surrounds us, we can create any kind of environment the script demands.
For the past 60 years, studio tour visitors have driven right by these buildings, and inside these walls, the sets from your favorite TV shows and movies have transported audiences anywhere the imagination can take you. Even to a palatial mansion in Bel Air.
When we film Bel Air, we love coming out of the sound stages and seeing the trams filled with excited guests as they drive by.
So, keep an eye out.
You never know who
or what
you'll see on the studio tour.
That's so true. And you guys are actually seeing something very cool over here to your left. This is what we call a production base camp. These trailers, trucks, production vehicles, all part of season 4 of the series the series Hacks on Max. It's a huge series. It just won an Emmy Award for Outstanding Comedy Series. It stars Jean Smart, who won an Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series. Now, Hacks, Bel Air, Ted, they are just a few of the TV shows that currently shoot here on the lot. But our television history here at Universal dates back over 80 years ago. That's right, April 30th, 1939. That's where at the New York City World's Fair we had our first live televised transmission. As this said, Universal Television has given you countless television series, leading us all the way up to today. TV shows currently shooting here a lot, like The Voice, American Ninja Warrior, Lopez versus Lopez, and several new television shows. One was called St. Dennis Medical. It's a new workplace comedy series on NBC. It stars David Allen Greer, Wendy McLendon-Covey, Allison Tolman. Look. As well as a new Ted Danson series called A Man on the Inside, which you could stream on Netflix. It's from executive producer Mike Shore. And filmed right over here inside Stage 19 to your right. Now, Stage 19 is also where Christopher Nolan shot scenes from his Oscar-winning film Oppenheimer. It won 7 Oscars, including Best Picture of the Year. Oh my goodness, our first celebrity sighting, everybody! It's Ted! He's taking a break. Ted. What up, Ted? Cheers. Drinking a beer. Now, just beyond Ted are our production bungalows. That's where some of Hollywood's top writers, producers, directors work. Some major Hollywood power players. They work out of these offices, including the folks over at Mark Platt Productions. They brought you the new Wicked musical. Wicked is in theaters everywhere right now. We're so proud of it. Just broke box office records last weekend. Now, you know, the director of Wicked, John M. Chu, you know, he got his start right here at Universal, but not in the way you might think. Check this out. Ooh. There used to be a show in the theme park called Screen Test Comedy Theater where guests would volunteer to become part of a cast for a production demonstration. Now check this out. This was a video of that show, of bank robbery, and right there, that frightened little security guard was John M. Chu.
What?
Who knows, maybe Hollywood's next big director sitting right here on the tram. Get your start here at Universal. All right, folks, it is official. We are driving onto the back lot.
We're about to cross the imaginary boundary onto the back lot, where we have exterior sets for many outdoor scenes. Over the last 60 years, studio tour guests have seen these locations turned into big cities, quiet suburbs, even that guy's hometown. Yeah, that guy. For countless movies and TV shows. This is Universal's Metro sets.
Look, Mom.
Yes, all right. To your right, you guys are seeing just a little bit of our metropolitan sets, among the most filmed sets on the planet. This is the back lot where they film everything outside, and the Metro sets really film everything outside on a large scale. These are not buildings that you guys are seeing. They're what we call facades, the front and side. Practical, and that means they can shoot both interior and exterior shots. What may appear to be brick and stone, that is another Hollywood illusion. It's merely foam, rubber, fiberglass, and plywood. Now, one of the most recognizable areas here on our Metro sets, the area we call Courthouse Square. That's where we're headed right now.
Welcome to the Courthouse Square. These sets were used to create Hill Valley in the Back to the Future films.
And it represented multiple time periods, 1985, 1955, and the far, far distant future, 2015. To this day, this is one of the most popular sets on the Universal Studio Tour.
We had a lot of fun making
That's
those
the courthouse.
I wonder what it'd be like to go back to those days. If only we had a time machine.
Hey, everybody, do you think we can get this tram up to 88 miles per hour? We do. See you in the future.
Maybe 8 miles per hour if we're lucky. But yes, this is Courthouse Square, and it's very versatile. Yeah, you've seen Courthouse Square in so many other movies. It doubled as Make Home Alabama in the classic film To Kill a Mockingbird, Gregory Peck. It also doubled as Buffalo, New York in the movie Bruce Almighty with Jim Carrey. And just to prove to you that the world is right around the corner here on the back lot, I'm going to take you from Buffalo, New York to the Big Apple. Welcome to New York streets. It's a little piece of New York City here on our metropolitan sets.
It's New York, Mom.
New York Street is the single most filmed street on the planet. You've seen this one street in more movies, TV shows, music videos, commercials.
There they are!
Doubled
Look!
in New York in movies like The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. It's actually doubled for just about every major city you could think of. Now, this was 1960s London, and Austin Powers, a Spy Who Shagged Me with Mike Myers. 1970 San Francisco and Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood. It was 1930 Chicago in the Oscar-winning classic The Sting. You might also remember our Metro sets doubling as the Windy City in The Blues Brothers, John Belushi.
When the Pinto fell and you saw it land and make this big hole in the street, that was on the back
jeez.
dropping from a crane. You dig like that in Chicago,
Oh, he's just dropping. Never mind.
When people ask me, all of the movies I've ever done, what was the most satisfying or the most fun, I've got to say Blues Brothers. We got to sing, we got to dance, got to drive and train with the best stunt people in the world, and got to be an actor and a writer. So it was a good piece of work.
Danny called John America's Guest because just didn't walk into anybody's house.
During the shooting of the movie, John was missing, we couldn't find him.
Danny went off looking for him. He saw a light on in this one house and knocked on the door.
They said, sir, we're doing a movie down here. We're looking for one of our actors. Oh, John, yeah, he's on my couch. He came in, he had a snack a couple hours ago. He's sleeping. He was America's Guest. I mean, literally that happened.
That's America's Guest there. Now, you know, our Metro sets also have doubled as downtown Los Angeles. And I know what you guys are thinking. Why? Why shoot here when downtown LA is so close? It's on the other side of that hill. Well, it's all about control. You know, this is a controlled environment here at the backlot. There's so many aspects of filming you have more control over when you shoot here on the backlot of a studio that you do not have when you shoot on location, a place like downtown LA. For example, you could even control the time of day. This is the movie Streets of Fire, which filmed here on our Metro sets back in the 1980s. Now, the filmmakers, they were tasked with filming nighttime scenes during the day. So what did they do? Take a look at your screens. They put a giant black tarp on top of our Metro sets to create the illusion that it was nighttime. But if you look very closely, at the very top of your screen, you can see little rays of sunlight shining through. Now the finished product looked very, very good. Look, right there. Couldn't even tell. It's the job of the production designer and art director to transform these sets so that you, the public, don't recognize it from one production to the next. So by changing the street signs, dressing the windows of these facades, swapping out the street lights and picture cards to be any city, time period you want it to be. A 1930s New York City, that was the setting for one of the great scenes from the movie King Kong. And here is director of King Kong, Peter Jackson.
Guys.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to be a director. I saw that movie on TV.
That's it. That's the train.
I like films that just take you away from your life. Kong literally does that. You're on the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from prehistoric.
All right, get those glasses ready. Make sure when you take out all of your belongings, remain seated at all times, and please, no flash photography. Welcome to Skull Island.
Skull Island? In there? Hello? Uh-oh. Dinosaurs! Oh God! Hold on! Ah! Ow! We're coming! We're coming! Oh God! Never mind! Come on! okay? Oh my gosh, why we got so wet?
All right, let's hear it for King Kong! Yes, King Kong saves the day, I think, for King Kong. He was so brave.